to Success Saturdays. This is Dave Borland and Lauren Groff here, and today we're going to talk about accountability chart. So, in most organizations you have an organization chart, whose title and whatnot, but what is an accountability chart, Dave?
So it looks like this. Imagine that you started with, even though you've got 30 people working for your organization, they're all on the sidelines. So you're going to pick the team like you did, like you were a kid.
Put it on the side, empty boxes. People are going to go into boxes.
Empty boxes, right. And so the boxes you saw, what we just did a little bit ago, is you have a box and you just decide, okay, what are the things that we do here? Well, we have to sell something. So put that S box back in here. What else do we do?
Finance, got to manage the money,
right?
And you got to deliver the service, operations.
Right. And so there's many you could have many boxes in marketing. You could have
HR,
here, HR, IT, right, etc. The idea behind building this box is we build the structure first, then put the people second. So what that would look like is, what does sales do? Like, for example, what do? They sell.
Get new clients or new business.
So let's pretend that new biz, I'm going to write that here. And they might, that's part of it. They might have to maybe they're also marketing, so they have to do lead gen, let's just say leads. There's a couple things, right? And you keep doing that. You build the structure, and you agree to that as a leadership team. Are there any other roles here? And then you build out, by the way, below the next, it's not just the leaders here, it's who's doing
the other roles.
Yeah, right. And there might be 3 or 4 or 10 or whatever. But each group should be built that way. That's part one.
And an accountability chart, in contrast with an organization chart, is about being accountable. So we're putting the things down of what they do, but we can also put numbers to these. What's the goal this day, this week, this month, this quarter?
Right. So in your world, you have obviously sales. You're trying to get leads. You have a number of leads. You're trying to get a number of new business opportunities. Finance might have things like AR, meeting budget, operations. In your world, what are some of those?
Customer service, survey results,
right.
How well are we doing on each ticket, sort of thing.
Yep. So you've got some of these, and then individually, some of these people down here could have some of those as well. So it rolls right up. So
dealing with accountability chart, now we have boxes, we have roles, we have a whole bunch of people on the sidelines. Now what do we do with the people?
Group question. So what we do now is we bring them in here. So who drives this is the leadership team. So make sure the leadership team believes that these people can do those jobs. But you say, okay, so who does sales, who does finance, who does operations? So let's put a name in there. Let's say that we have a guy named Bob over here, and Bob should be leading operations. But Bob also does some of the operational stuff. Yeah. What do you do there?
He gets a name down here as well, right?
Right. You put Bob in there twice. So it's not a title. The beautiful part about this is a role. So if you do have 5 roles like you started in the business, or 20, then you put your name everywhere. And eventually what you're trying to do is get the right people in the right spots. We're going to talk about that next. But the idea behind it is, if I can put somebody in a role, and if it's blank, what do we do about that? And so we have a conversation, we can discuss issues and solve them based on looking at the accountability charts. So we're crystal clear on who's doing what and who's responsible for certain things.
And if there's any people without boxes or boxes without people, then you can solve that problem in a systematic and decision-making pattern instead of just making friends.
That's right.
Yeah. So next week we'll talk about a little bit about how you figure out, make sure that person is right for that role. Get it, want it, have the capacity. We'll talk about that next. But that's this week's Success Saturday here with Lauren Groff and
Dave Borland.